maybe I don't get it. Maybe I just don't understand. But when you're with someone in a relationship and you tell them that, you know, you tell them they're gaining a little weight or getting a little chubby, or they ask you if they're fat or if they're getting fat or if how they look, and you give them an honest response and answer, yeah, I know you're supposed to lie to them and tell them that they look beautiful and they're fine the way they are. But that just basically lies to them, and it hides things from them. If someone asks you, if they're getting fat, or even if they don't even ask, and you've been with them long enough and you notice they're getting a little weight, and you say something, you're not saying it to hurt them. You're letting them know. And they tell you that they want to take a diet or get on a diet, and they want to do exercise and they want to change that. And they say this, that, and the other thing about how they want to lose weight and they will look better and this, that. And then they don't. They just keep just talking about it and saying how they're tired of you putting them down and shit. But you're not putting them down. You're telling them that they're losing weight, and they said they wanted to be on a diet and they wanted to lose weight. So you try to give them pointers and tips and help them and let them know. And they do nothing to fix it. But then as soon as they leave you and they're not with you anymore, they lose weight. And they wear more makeup, and they do their hair differently, and they dress differently, and all the things that you wish that they did when you were with them, they don't do until after you're gone. It's like, and I don't understand that. You spend all that time letting them know that they're gaining weight and that, whatever, and they want to do a diet or do exercises, and you give them pointers and hints, and then they leave you, and then they start doing it. And when you say, oh, you look great, they're like, oh, you didn't say that when we were together. Well, no shit, because you weren't trying to lose weight. You weren't going on a diet then. Even when you fucking knew you were the same then as you were now. Now you're losing weight. You ask me if you look beautiful, if you look fat. I tell you no, but I'm lying to you, and then I tell you the truth, and then you leave me, and then you go and you lose weight, and you wear different clothes and act a different way, and just everything about the person changes. And I don't understand that, because when you're in a relationship with someone, aren't you supposed to want to do that for that person that you love, and you want to do that just because that's what you want for yourself? Now, being with somebody, yeah, granted, you have fights and arguments and you yell, and sometimes the person will put them down or say some mean things, but they're only doing it because they love and care, and they're trying to make you realize, and you sit there and you tell them that you want things, and then they try to push you in every direction to do those things, whether it's insulting or whether it's positive or anything, and support them, and they don't take it as that. But then as soon as they leave you, they start doing all the things that they wanted to do, but they wouldn't do them while they were with you. It's like, okay, you say that I don't pay enough attention to you, and it's because I told you were fat the other day, or I told you were gaining some weight, and so that upset you, and it doesn't make you want me to touch you, or, when another thing too is like when you're with somebody and you're a very sexual person and you want to have sex with them, or you want to touch them sexually, or you want to hold them or feel them, or just you want to have your hands on them, and they don't like it. They don't fucking want you to touch them and this and that. But then all of a sudden, when they're not with you, they're out fucking every other fucking dude in the world. Or maybe not every dude in the world, but you know what I mean. Like when they're with you, they don't want to have sex very often, even though they're horny and they want to have sex. You tell them you want to have sex, they don't. They tell you you want to have sex, you're not up for it because something's going on. Kids are in the way or something. And then all of a sudden, when they're single, when they leave you and they're single, they're out. They're not looking for a relationship. They're not looking for settling down. They're just looking to run around and go out and get all this fucking dick from different guys, just to see what's out there and see what they can get and see if anything else excites them or pleases them. And those guys, and now that she's all skinny and lost weight and does her hair differently and her attitude and her everything about her has changed, of course guys are going to fall for that. But as soon as she finds that right guy that she likes sleeping with more than just once or a couple times, she's going to develop a relationship with that guy. And then when she develops a relationship with that guy, she's going to feel comfortable. She's going to settle down. She's going to start gaining weight again. She's not going to care about her hair as much. She's not going to care about keeping her fucking clothes clean or wearing, one outfit for more than a couple days like she used to. Like, when you're with someone in a relationship, they'll wear clothes for a day or two in a row, not giving a shit. But yet when they're single, oh God, they have to have a different outfit on at least twice a day. They got to look all fresh and clean. But you know, as soon as they settle down with that other person that they find and they, you know, get in a relationship with, they're going to end up gaining weight. They're going to wear the same clothes. They're not going to shower as much and do all the things that they do when they're fresh and single and trying to find something new. And then when she feels comfortable, she's going to do all the same shit she did when she was with me with that new guy. And he's going to be like, what the fuck? When I got with you, you were all this, this, and this. You were beautiful. You were skinny. Your fucking hair was this way. Your attitude was this way. You dressed this way. Now, I've been with you, and you wear the same clothes over and over. You don't shower as much. You're not as nice to me as much. You don't want to have sex as much. You don't want to talk to me anymore. You don't want to spend the time with me anymore. Now that you're comfortable with me, you don't care. You just do what you have to do to be in the relationship. And it's going to make you miserable. It's going to make me miserable. And then we're going to fight and argue. And then after fighting and arguing, you basically break apart again. And then back to square one. Find a new dick running around or whatever, a new girl if you're a guy. But it's a cycle there. I don't understand that with women. Maybe some woman that watches this could explain that to me. Why is it that when you're with somebody, once you're with them for a long enough time, you stop doing a bunch of things that made you attractive and made you appeal to them and made them want to fucking be with you and say nice things to you and spend time with you and this and that. And then you stop doing all that stuff, so you separate, you disappear, you fall apart. You know, you don't spend the time together. But then all of a sudden, they're single again. They're back to doing everything again. And then they find a new guy and all that stuff goes back to the same shit again. And then that guy gets sick of it. Or she gets sick of him because he's not spending the time with her or telling her she's beautiful every day like she used to. Or touching her or anything like that. I don't get it. Some woman that watches this, please explain that to me. Because if you can't, well, I mean, then that means that necessarily it wasn't my fault. Or it wasn't the guy's fault. Or it wasn't the girl's fault. Because guys do the same thing too. And what the fuck? I don't understand that. It just drives me nuts because that ruined my relationship. And I'm sure it's ruined a lot of other people's. And maybe someone else has some more insight to that.